Hello students, good morning one and all. So this is class 4 psychrometric chapter. So in this class we are going to study in detail about what is psychrometric chart, what are the properties of psychrometric chart, and how exactly the process of psychrometric chart will take place. Then we'll be solving one or two numericals on psychrometric chart. So in previous class I have completed the problems on psychrometric chart, that is without using psychrometric chart, and I have given brief introduction about what is psychrometric. So in this class we shall study in detail. What is psychrometric chart? Okay, so it is in order to reduce the calculations, okay, where exactly calculations will be tedious and time consuming, okay, therefore this chart will try to save the time, okay. Whatever the data for the thermodynamic, complete thermodynamic and psychrometric analysis for air conditioning system can be summarized, and it is presented in the form of chart. So such a chart will make it possible to obtain necessary information readily for engineering calculations. So it is readily available. So readily, like all the properties, it is readily available in the chart. So directly we can refer directly from the chart related to moisture. Then that chart is known as something about psychrometric chart. So after knowing what is definition of psychrometric chart, then this is what the psychrometric chart it indicates. So let us know what are the different properties of this psychrometric chart. So number one will be drivable temperature. It is on x-axis. So it ranges between minus 10 degrees Celsius to 55 degrees Celsius. So it is on x-axis. Okay, you have to read on x-axis, that is drivable temperature. Then second properties will be moisture content, that is right hand side scale y-axis. So W can be obtained from this. Okay, so in calculation we have done W is equal to 0.622 into PV by PB minus PV. So that is done by calculation. Directly we can obtain W from this chart. So W is right hand side y-axis scale. So the third parameter is relative humidity pi. So pi it ranges in this chart, that is continuous curve lines 10, 20, 30%, 40%, 50% up to 100%. So in calculation pi is equal to PB by PS we have calculated. So here in this chart directly it can be obtained. Then one curve, it is saturation curve. On the saturation curve, three temperatures can be obtained, three values can be obtained. One is wet bulb temperature, one is dew point temperature, and one is saturation temperature. What is that saturation curve? In coming slides I'll try to explain. So one property is called as enthalpy values. So enthalpy values, that is H we have calculated by calculation. H is equal to 1.005 into TdB plus W into 2500 plus 1.88 into TdB. That is by calculation. Directly H can be obtained from this psychrometric chart. So only specific volume lines, so V also we can calculate. That is the lines which are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. It is specific volume lines. Okay. Let us know in detail about what is the psychrometric chart it says. So in order to study psychrometry, so we need to understand the process, how exactly the process takes place. So one is called sensible heating, how exactly heating takes place. So this type of method can be used in winter air conditioning system. I want warm air. Okay. So for that I have to use steam. Steam has to be flowed through the tubes. So one is air has to be passed, then air outlet will be there. One is heating coil temperature. Three temperatures will be there. So TD1 will be the inlet, and TD2 will be the outlet, and TD3 will be the heating coil temperature. This is what exactly the process it talks about. Air outlet will be warm air we are getting because we are flowing steam. So if I talk about psychrometric chart, so TD1 to TD2 temperature increases, and TD2 to TD3 temperature goes on increases. Means maximum temperature will be TD3, highest temperature will be TD3. Means drivable temperature goes on increases. That is what from process 1 to process 3. Okay. So therefore heat added will be H2 minus H 1. So next talks about sensible cooling. So cooling of air without changing its specific humidity. So cooling means refrigerant had to use here in order to absorb the heat, then cool air has to be passed from TD2. So if TD1 is the inlet temperature, TD2 is the outlet temperature, cool air we are getting, then TD3 will be the cooling coil temperature. This is what the process it will takes place. So this type of method can be used in summer air conditioning system. Okay, so TD1 will be the highest temperature. From TD1 to TD3 temperature has to be reduced. Means suppose if it is 45 degrees Celsius or 42 degrees Celsius, that 45 degrees Celsius temperature has to be reduced to, that is 22 degrees Celsius. Normally what is the cooling temperature we have to obtain. So up to that temperature we can obtain. That is what cooling process it talks. It means drivable temperature goes on reduces is called as something about cooling, sensible cooling. So heat added will be H1 minus H2. Next we'll talk about what is exactly this bypass factor. So bypass factor, it says, in previous slide we have seen something about cooling coil, TD3, something about TD2 and TD1. Exactly TD3, the cooling coil temperature TD3 should be equal to TD2, air outlet temperature, but it is not so like that because of inefficiency of the cooling coil. Inefficiency means there may be air loss, there may be heating loss, etc. Many losses will be there. That losses has to be considered. There is one factor is used here. Okay, that factor is nothing but bypass factor. So therefore bypass factor is equal to TD2 minus TD3 divided by TD1 minus TD3. This is for cooling coil. So for heating, TD3 will be higher because it is a heating coil temperature. TD3 will be higher than TD2. TD3 will be higher than inlet temperature. Okay. So next we'll talk about humidification. Humidification, adding the moisture to the air. When I add moisture to the air, the temperature of that air goes on increases. Simple example, if I say, when you enter into the seashore areas, your body temperature gets increases or you feel sweating. Why you are feeling sweating? Because when the sunlight falls on the surface of the sea water, the temperature will be more on sea water. Okay, so due to that temperature, the liquid droplets or vapor bubbles, it will try to enter into the atmospheric air. So moisture is added to the air. So when the moisture is added to the air, automatically what happens? The temperature goes on increase. That's what we are feeling very humid, or the sweating will be more. That is called as exactly the humidification. So this type of system it is used in like winter air conditioning system where I want the warm temperature. Okay, so adding the moisture to the atmospheric air. So if I see the psychrometric chart, so specific humidity goes on increases, then drivable temperature remains constant. So humidity goes on increases. That's what we are feeling sweating, because humidity goes on increases here. So when the temperature or moisture is added, humidity goes on increases. So what is dehumidification process? Removal of moisture from the air. So a moisture has to be removed. The temperature has to be reduced. This type of system is used in like summer air conditioning system where exactly I have to remove the moisture. Okay, so it has to kept cool. The room has to be kept cool. So moisture has to be removed. So specific humidity gets reduces here. So corresponding drivable temperature remains constant. Next process talks about cooling and dehumidification process. This process is used in summer air conditioning to cool and dehumidify the air. So already I talked about what is cooling and what is dehumidification. So cooling, in psychrometric chart it is indicated as red color. So that is what cooling process 1 to 2 process. So drivable temperature goes on increases from higher temperature to lower temperature, means you have to kept cool. Then we have to remove the moisture. Or first process you can talk, you can say dehumidification or cooling also. Okay, so the 2 to 3 talks about dehumidification process. Next process talks about heating and humidification. So it is used in winter air conditioning system. So in order to keep warm temperature, warm air. So 1 to 2 is called as dry bulb temperature goes on increase, means heat is added here. Then 2 to 3 talks about again the moisture is added to the air. That is called as heating and humidification process. Now this is what the psychrometric chart it talks about. So in detail I'll talk about in coming slides. So this is what the skeleton of this psychrometric chart. So the A point indicates it is specific humidity W. So W values can be calculated on this line through point A. Then B point it talks about specific volume lines. That is V, in order to calculate a V, specific volume lines, slightly inclined lines, that is B, purple color line. Then C indicates it is dry bulb temperature. So on x-axis we can obtain dry bulb temperature values, that is -5 degrees Celsius to up to 55 degrees Celsius. Then D point it talks about pi value, relative humidity. Then that is E point talks about dew point temperature, that is green color line. So E point temperature can be obtained, suppose dew point temperature can be obtained on saturation curve. So you have to move horizontally towards left hand side and it should be seen on that curve, yellow color line. That is where dew point temperature can be obtained. Then F, it is called as enthalpy values. So corresponding to the wet bulb temperature, that line, brown color line you are seeing, that is called as wet bulb temperature line. Okay. So fully inclined line is called as wet bulb temperature line. So F point is called as enthalpy. So corresponding to that line, that is called as wet bulb temperature line. So always enthalpy values can be obtained through wet bulb temperature lines. So yellow color line indicates it is saturation curve. On the saturation curve, you can see two values. One is called as wet bulb temperature, one is called as dew point temperature. So this is what the skeleton of psychrometric chart. In exam, if we ask the skeleton and indicate the point of wet bulb temperature, enthalpy, relative humidity, dew point temperature, you have to indicate like this. Fine. So let us study in detail about what are the different lines it will come into picture. So one is called as dry bulb temperature. So in psychrometric chart, where exactly dry bulb temperature, all vertical lines indicates dry bulb temperature. Okay, so that values can be seen on x-axis. All the vertical lines, whatever the vertical lines you are seeing in this chart, it indicates dry bulb temperature. Then wet bulb temperature, fully inclined lines is called as wet bulb temperature. All the lines which are fully inclined lines. So one line I indicated with red color. All the lines which are fully inclined lines, parallel to that red color, all the lines which are fully inclined lines is called as wet bulb temperature. So corresponding to that wet bulb temperature lines, you have to see enthalpy values. So enthalpy values, you can see there enthalpy at saturation, kilojoules per kg of dry air. So remember, always the enthalpy values can be obtained corresponding to wet bulb temperature line, corresponding to or parallel to wet bulb temperature line, you have to see enthalpy values. Okay. Then you are seeing this saturation curve, wet bulb temperature or saturation temperature. Okay. So wet bulb temperature, dew point temperature, everything can be seen on saturation curve. So one is called as, that is W line or specific humidity line. Okay. The specific humidity line can be obtained, the lines which are horizontal. Okay. So the lines which are horizontal is called as specific humidity lines. So it is obtained on like right hand side y axis. So all the values can be obtained on specific the values can be obtained for W values. So either it may be some chart, it may be grams per kg of dryer, or some charts it may be kg per kg of dryer. Whatever the chart that is provided to you, put the same units. Fine. So humidity lines can be our specific humidity lines. All the horizontal lines are called as humidity lines or humidity ratio. Okay. Then relative humidity, all the continuous curves, it represents relative humidity. It is obtained in terms of percentage, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, like that. Okay. So those are called as relative humidity lines. Then specific volume lines. I told you, slightly inclined lines are called specific volume lines. It ranges between 0.8 to 0.95, or it starts from 0.7 to something about 0.95. Okay. So these are called as specific volume lines. V can be obtained from this psychrometric chart. So all the lines are included here. You can see dry bulb temperature, specific volume, then blue color wet bulb temperature line. Blue color line, it is wet bulb temperature line. Corresponding to that, you can obtain enthalpy values. Then red color, it is relative humidity. Pi can be obtained in terms of percentage, and wet bulb temperature you can obtain on saturation curve. Fine. So dew point temperature. Suppose you got one point, A point. Okay. From that A point, move towards left hand side on the curve. Okay. So beyond that, the values cannot be obtained. Beyond that, what happens? Steam begins to condense. If it is the temperature becomes, because dew point it says it is less temperature. Beyond the saturation curve, what happens? The temperature becomes, or the vapor begins to condense. So beyond that, the values cannot be obtained. So from A point, move towards left hand side on the curve. So on the curve, horizontally you have to move. That is very important. Horizontally you have to move on the curve. There exactly on the curve you can obtain dew point temperature. Same thing. So cooling air below its dew point temperature, what happens? So from A, move towards saturation curve. Okay. So beyond that, what happens? Beyond that, the vapor or the air begins to condense. Means again temperature will become less. Suppose for example, if I say from A it has passed, okay, then you can obtain the second point as dew point temperature. So again what happens? Again dew point temperatures, the vapor begins to condense. So again temperature gets reduces. Fine. This is called as something about dew point temperature. So for this is the condition for saturated air. The dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature and dew point temperature will be identical. So on the saturation curve, the dry bulb temperature, wet bulb temperature and dew point temperature on the saturation curve, it will be identical. So whatever the values that are obtained, suppose 15 degrees Celsius, so same thing it will be obtained on the saturation curve, that is wet bulb temperature. Same thing it will be obtained on the wet bulb temperature, that is 15 degrees Celsius. Means for a saturated air, okay, so all these three values will be same. Now let us understand in detail from the while solving the problem. Okay. So how exactly the problem can be solved by using psychrometric chart? So the problem talks about here is, assume that outside air temperature is 32 degrees. Outside air temperature is 32 with relative humidity pi he has given. Use the psychrometric chart to determine the specific humidity. W we have to find. First keep it in mind, W we have to find. Enthalpy we have to find. Second. Third is wet bulb temperature we have to find. Then fourth one is dew point temperature we have to find. Then fifth one is specific volume we have to find. So these are the 4 to 5 parameters we have to find corresponding to 32 and 60% relative humidity. So the first step we have to follow in psychrometric chart. So now first mark 32 degrees Celsius on x-axis. So it lies in between 30 and 35. Mark 32. Move vertically upper side. Move vertically upper side. Up to where means, so second point he has given pi is equal to 60%. So where exactly pi is equal to 60% it will come. So blue lines or blue letters it has been indicated. Okay. Then so where exactly 60 comes? This 32 degree line move upper side, and where exactly 60% line meets, mark that as the point. That is a fixed point. So from that fixed point you have to calculate different properties. Number one property is specific humidity. So from that fixed point move, that is right hand side. Move right hand side on y axis. So there you can obtain W values. Okay. So move towards horizontally, you have to move horizontally parallel to specific humidity lines. So horizontally you have to move, you can obtain W on that scale. So W will be 18 grams of moisture or 18 grams of water vapor to kg of dry air. Okay. So first point is clear. So first mark 32, move towards vertical upper side. Then 60% relative humidity line curve, where exactly that 60% and these 32 meets, mark that as a fixed point corresponding to that, move horizontal towards right, so you can obtain W. Then after obtaining W, second parameter is enthalpy. So from that fixed point take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature. Parallel to wet bulb temperature. Take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature. See on the scale of enthalpy values. So that fixed point it lies in between 70 kilojoules per kg and 80 kilojoules per kg. So that point it is nearer to 80. Either you can take it as 78 or 79 kilojoules per kg. Okay, I'll repeat. That fixed point it is lies in between 70 kilojoules per kg and 80 kilojoules per kg. Take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature lines. Okay, so obtain that value, that is H values. So it is 78 kilojoules per kg of air. The third parameter will be wet bulb temperature. Same fixed point. Okay, take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature. See that value on saturation curve. So exactly you are seeing red color dotted point. Okay. So parallel to wet bulb temperature you have to see on saturation curve. That is 25 degrees Celsius red color, you are seeing red color, the bigger one. Okay. That is 25 degrees Celsius. That is on the saturation curve you have to see the values. Then the fourth parameter, okay, that is what you have to see wet bulb temperature on saturation curve parallel to wet bulb temperature. So that is red color dot, that indicates wet bulb temperature value. Then fourth point will be dew point temperature, that is how exactly you can obtain dew point temperature. Same fixed point, move horizontally towards left. Move horizontally towards left. So when I move towards left, what happens? That is on the saturation curve, TDP. Okay. So dew point temperature can be obtained. If the values are not written on that curve, so directly you can see the values coming downside. TDP is 23 degrees Celsius. Sometimes it may written on the curve or it may not be written. So I told you for saturation air, dry bulb temperature, wet bulb temperature and dew point temperature values remains same. So whatever the points or whatever the point that is obtained on the saturation curve, same point the values can be obtained or the values can be seen on dry bulb temperature or x axis also we can refer. Okay. So this is dew point temperature. So you have to move horizontally towards left on the saturation curve. So TDP can be obtained. Then the specific volume lines. The specific volume lines can be obtained from the same fixed point. That fixed point, it is exactly located. Okay, that fixed point exactly located in between. So coming, if you see bottom near x-axis line, so bottom you can see green color letters. That fixed point, it is located exactly in between 0.87 and 0.90. Those are called as specific volume lines. So it ranges between 0.7, 0.81, 0.83, 0.85, 0.87, 0.9 and 0.92 or 0.95 also. So my fixed point, it lies in between, okay, 0.87 to 0.9. So the fixed point, it is nearer to 0.9. Okay, so you can take it as 0.88 or 0.89 also. It is all the values, you can take it as approximate values. Okay, so the value of that is specific volume will be, it is nearer to 0.90, so you can take it as 0.88 or 0.89. Hope the problem is clear. Okay, fine. So let us move on to the next problem. That is outside air at 35 degrees Celsius and 60% relative humidity. So 35, 60% he has given. Is to be condition, means I have to obtain cool. First point you need to understand in this problem is condition is very important. If you don't know the condition, you cannot solve the problem, or the problem cannot be understood. Outside air is 35 degrees Celsius and 60% relative humidity. Okay. Then is to be condition, means my condition will be cooling, first by cooling and by heating. So first you have to cool the process, next you have to heat the process, so as to bring the air to within the comfort zone. Okay, what is this comfort zone? You can refer the shaded area. If you see the shaded area, green shaded area, that is what the comfort zone means. Comfort zone will be 22 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius will be the comfort zone for human conditions. Okay, so that is what called as comfort zone. So my problem says first I have to cool it, then I have to heating up to what? Heating up to the comfort zone conditions. Fine. So up to comfort zone only, that heating process has to be done. This is the condition. So first condition is cooling, next condition is heating up to the comfort zone. So using psychrometric chart, we have to obtain the values. So first point, where exactly? 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, so 35 degrees Celsius dry bulb temperature on x-axis. Then pi is equal to that is 60%. Obtain the 0.1. I'll repeat. Where exactly 35 degrees Celsius dry bulb temperature on x-axis. Then where exactly that pi is equal to 60%. Mark it as 0.1. So 35 move towards vertically upper side up to where? Up to 60% curve. So mark it as 0.1. So from that 0.1, so first the condition, it says cooling process. Cooling means dry bulb temperature goes on, reduces. So first point is cooling process. Okay, so that red color arrow mark, it is a cooling process. Up to where cooling process, he has not given the values, but I have to obtain cooling method, cooling process. So draw the line in such a way that towards left hand side. So up to saturation, beyond that I cannot go. Okay, so draw the line, red color line, it has been shown from 0.1. Okay, draw a line towards left hand side on the saturation curve. So from that point, okay, so beyond that I can go. So you have to move downside. Up to where means where exactly this comfort zone comes. Comfort zone point you have to indicate. So comfort zone will be between 22 and 27 degrees Celsius. So comfort zone will be, you mark the point 3 first. First mark the point 1, 35 pi. Mordi point 1. So first cooling process. So draw the line up to saturation curve. Then second step is where exactly the comfort zone will be there, point 3. Okay. So point 3 will be 22 degrees Celsius or 27 degrees Celsius. In between this you can mark it, or 25 degrees Celsius you can mark it. Okay. So in between this, mark that point. Okay. Just indicate that one. So from that, the second, from point 1, draw a horizontal line. Then from that point, draw bottom curve. So come draw a curve bottom side. Okay. So up to where means up to the comfort zone. Okay. So from point 3, draw a line, just reference line to the saturation curve up to point 2. Then draw the curve downside to meet point 2. So where exactly point 3 and the curve you have drawn to the bottom or to the downside, where exactly this 3 point and that curve meets, that you represent as point 2 here. Means from point 2 if I draw towards right hand side, it is called as heating process. So first point is called as cooling. Then second point it is called as, okay, then draw the curve, then obtain point 3 where exactly comfort zone is there. Okay. So from that comfort zone, draw reference line towards the curve. Then you have drawn the bottom curve, draw a curve towards bottom where exactly those point 3 line and that curve meets, it represents point 2. Okay. So these are the representation of exactly the points. So after marking the points, then you have to obtain the amount of moisture removed. How much amount of moisture has to be removed here? Okay. So the moisture is removed can be obtained from the point. Okay. So how much amount of moisture has to be removed from point 3 or 2 to 3? That is where exactly the moisture has been removed. Means from point 1 to point 3, that is where removal of moisture has been taken place. So corresponding to the point 3, move towards the horizontal towards right hand side, and you can obtain 11 grams or 11.5 grams of water vapor per kg of dry air. So from point 3 or point 2 moves towards horizontal line, and you can obtain on y-axis. Okay. So on y-axis scale or W you can obtain what is exactly the specific or removal of moisture, or W, it is called as W value. Second point is the heat removed. How much amount of heat is removed? So heat is removed can be calculated as H1 minus H2. So from point 1, so you can calculate enthalpy H1. So parallel to wet bulb temperature, from point 1, take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature, you can obtain H1. So from point 2, take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature, you can obtain point 2, that is H2. So H1 minus H2 gives my, that is the quantity of heat removed, that you can obtain as 48 kilojoules per kg. That is approximately something about 90 or 88 minus something about 40. So 88 minus 40 gives my 48 kilojoules per kg. So the third parameter, the amount of heat added. The amount of heat added will be between process 2 to 3. Process 2 to 3 says heat is added to the comfort zone. So H3 minus H2 gives my, that is amount of heat, that is sorry, H2 minus H3 gives my amount of heat added. So you can refer from point 2 parallel to wet bulb temperature, what is the value H, we got it. From point 3 parallel to wet bulb temperature, what is the value, you got it. So H2 minus H3 gives my, that is 10 kilojoules per kg of dry air. So exactly from point 2 you are getting 40. So from point 3 you are getting 50 kilojoules per kg. So 40 minus 50, it is that is 10 kilojoules per kg. So this is what the problem it talks about when the condition is given cooling and heating process. Okay, fine. So the problem is clear. So same thing in this figure. So what exactly this figure it talks about? So 35% and 60% relativity enters through a cooling, means heater, that is a sensible cooling process. Okay, there where exactly the moisture is removed. So when it comes out, my relative percent, that is relative humidity will be 100%. Then that 100% again it enters into the heater. Then normally I am getting that is pi is equal to 53% and 24 degree Celsius. So from that 0.3 you can obtain what is exactly pi value also. From that 0.3 it lies in between 40 and 60. So approximately it is nearer to 60, means 40 or 50, 52 or 53 or 54 also you can take it. Pi also you can obtain. So from that you can obtain bed well temperature also, from that you can obtain W also. So a number of parameters can be obtained. So this is how the problem goes for this. Then next problem it talks about hot air at 40 degrees Celsius and 10% relative humidity. 40 degrees Celsius and 10% relative humidity passes through a evaporative cooler. Then when it passes through a evaporative cooler, water is added as the air passes through a series of wicks. Wicks means it is a cotton, okay, or it is a filter, or it is a mesh wick, and the mixture exits at 27 degrees Celsius. Okay. So using psychrometric chart, determine the outlet relative humidity pi 2. Pi 1 he has given, pi 2 we need to find. The amount of water added, how much amount of means specific humidity W we need to find. Then the C bit is lowest temperature that could be realized. How much lowest temperature I can obtain. So if you see the figure exactly, so this is something about evaporative cooler. So fan will be there. So my conditions are 10% and 40 degrees Celsius. Means 10%, 40 degrees Celsius, it is passed through a wick. Wick means it is a membrane or it is a mesh. Okay, where exactly that wick it will try to absorb the water. Okay, water will be stocked in that wick. So when the air passes through this wick, then automatically cool air will be passed. So from 40 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius, the temperature will be reduced. Normally we are using the air coolers in our home. So exactly the same thing. Okay. So from the wick, whatever the water droplets or the water that is there, it will try to reduce the temperature. Okay. So if I talk about psychrometric chart, so what are the conditions he has given? So the conditions he has given, first mark the points on the psychrometric chart. So first mark 40 degrees Celsius dry bulb temperature and 10% relative humidity. First mark 40, where exactly 40 degrees Celsius on dry bulb temperature and 10% relative humidity. Mark it as 0.1. Okay. So from that 0.1, again my temperature reduces to 27 degrees Celsius. My temperature in the problem he has given. So again when that 40 degrees Celsius passes through a wick, okay, the mixture exits at 27 degrees Celsius. So first point you have to mark it as 0.1, 40 degrees Celsius and 10% relative humidity, mark as 0.1. Then second point, where exactly on x-axis 27 degrees Celsius is there, so mark it as 27 degrees Celsius. So from point 1, this 27 degrees Celsius point move upper side, vertically move upper side. Then this moisture from point 1, Okay, parallel to wet bulb temperature, where exactly these two line meets, mark it as point 2. I'll repeat. 27 degrees Celsius you have marked, move vertically upper side. So from point 1, okay, move like whatever the arrow mark that has been indicated parallel to wet bulb temperature, move parallel to wet bulb temperature, mark it where these two line meets, red color, and this 27 degree where these two meets, mark it as point 2. So from that we have to obtain the parameters. So first parameter is the outlet relative humidity. What is this outlet relative humidity? So 27 we got it. So for 27 degrees Celsius, so what is my pi? Okay, so 2 point will be located in between what values? It is located in between 40% and 60%. So point 2, it is located in between 40 and 60. So approximately we can calculate as, so it is nearer to 40. Okay, middle will be 50, so it is less than 50. So exactly it is nearer to 40 means 44 or 45 percentage you can take it. And this is what pi 2 relative outlet relative humidity pi 2 value will be 45%. Okay, so point 2 is located in between 40 and 60. So point 2 it is nearer to 40, so you can take it as 44 or 45 percentage. So second bit is the amount of water added. So where exactly this amount of water is added there? Okay, so amount of water added exactly it is at 40 degrees Celsius and 10% relative humidity. This is where the region amount of the water added. Okay, so from point 1 move horizontally towards right. From point 1 move horizontal towards right, you can obtain the value or the specific humidity 5 grams of water vapor to per kg of dry air. So 5 grams of water vapor you can obtain, that is amount of water added. So 5 grams of the moisture is added. That is what it indicates. The C point, the C bit is the lowest temperature that can be realized. How much amount of lowest temperature can be obtained? So from this lowest temperature. So after cooling, okay, the 27 degrees Celsius, what is the lowest temperature can be? After 27 degrees Celsius, what is the lowest temperature can be obtained? So from point 2, take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature. So on the saturation curve, okay, from point 2, take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature, mark it on saturation curve. Keep it on saturation curve. You can see the red color point 3. Okay, take a scale from point 2 parallel to wet bulb temperature line, keep it on or mark it on saturation curve. Point 3 represents the lowest temperature that can be obtained. If you are not obtaining that value, you can see that value come downside. You can see that value is 10.5 degree, sorry, 18.5 degree Celsius. This is the lowest temperature I can obtain for these conditions. Okay, I'll repeat the problem. First mark 40 degrees Celsius and 10%, mark as 0.1. Second step, mark 27 degrees Celsius. Okay, move towards draw a line towards upper, vertical line towards upper. Okay, from point 1 parallel to wet bulb temperature, where exactly this point 1 and this 27 meets, mark it as point 2. So from point 1, from point 2, so final relative humidity you are calculating as point 2, it lies in between 40 and 60. So normally you can read as it is nearer to 40. So you can take it as 44 or 45 percentage. So amount of the water added. So amount of water added means from point 1 you have to take it. So from point 1 it is 5 grams of water vapor. So again, what is the lowest temperature C bit? So from point 2 parallel to wet bulb temperature, mark point 3 on saturation curve. That represents your the lowest temperature. If the value are not getting exactly, you can refer or you can see on dry bulb temperature axis, that is 18.5 degree Celsius. Hope the problem is clear. Okay, so the next problem talks about air at 26 degrees Celsius, drivable temperature and 50% relative humidity is heated to 40 degrees Celsius, okay, drivable temperature, by passing it over a electrical heating. So this is a heating process. So the process on psychrometric chart determine the corresponding wet bulb temperature and dew. So you have to indicate wet bulb temperature and dew point temperature. So let us mark the points. So first point 20. So first mark the point 26 and 50% relative humidity. So where exactly 26 and 50% relative humidity? So mark it as point O. 26, move vertical upper side. Where exactly 50% relative humidity? Mark it as point O. So second step, where exactly 40 degrees Celsius? It is a heating process, means temperature, drivable temperature goes on increases. Okay. So mark it as 40. So move vertically upper side. This from point O, move horizontal towards right hand side, where exactly 40 degree line and O line meets. Mark it as point B here. So corresponding to that, after marking the final conditions, so obtain the values. So he is asking from the psychrometric chart, determine corresponding wet bulb temperature and dew point temperature. So wet bulb temperature, okay, and dew point temperature. So wet bulb temperature from, because it should be lowest temperature, from point O only we have to calculate, not from point B. So from point O, wet bulb temperature, okay. So both we can get it. So from point O, what is wet bulb temperature? That is parallel to, take a scale from point O parallel to wet bulb temperature. So we are getting 18.7 degree Celsius. Again from point B, again you can calculate what is wet bulb temperature. From point B, take a scale parallel to wet bulb temperature, you can get 22.9 degree Celsius. So corresponding to point B, relative humidity will be 22.8%. Okay. Then dew point temperature from point O, draw horizontal towards left hand side on the curve. You are going to get the dew point temperature. So this is what you can obtain the values corresponding to given conditions. Again, you can obtain the properties from using psychrometric chart. Hope this class is, the problems are clear to you. Next class, some more numericals I'll try to solve. We'll meet in next class. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.